Hi, Internet people. So this week on Riverdale, it was homecoming week, but not just any homecoming week. Blast from the past homecoming week. So the parents of the Riverdale teens all went to homecoming with their kids. Well, most of them at least. Okay, so there was a lot going on, and yes, I am dressed very snazzily for this video. I literally wore this blazer to my freshman homecoming in high school. Yes, I still own it. Yes, it still sort of fits, kind of. But yes, I decided I would wear it. I did wear a skirt suit to my homecoming because I don't really like wearing dresses. Anyway, back to Riverdale and everything that went down. Okay, so Mama Cooper really wants to investigate what's going on. She thinks that anyone is a suspect, but she specifically wants to figure out how Jughead and FP are involved. Mostly FP. I think because of her history with FP that she just doesn't trust him inherently because he knows stuff about her that not everyone knows. She wants Betty to help her investigate. Betty says no because she's already asked Jughead about his dad point blank and she's not going to investigate him anymore. But she manages to get Veronica and Archie to do her work for her. Yes, that gets all kinds of interesting. So with all of that, Archie also has his mom showing up in town, and his mom winds up going to homecoming with his dad and Hermione Lodge, which is weird. Veronica is pissed off at her dad and wants to try and figure out if he did hire FP to kill Jason, even though her mom is like, no, what? Stop demonizing your father, who is in prison, and she still blames for a lot of things. So that's happening. Jughead is actually, for most of this episode, pretty happy, which is great because Jughead is having a really, really crappy year. If not a crappy life. I don't know. I love Jughead so much and I feel so bad for him, like, all the time. But he was so happy he was going to homecoming with Betty. They did go, and that was going to be great. And he went to dinner at the Cooper's house, and that should have been great, except Mr. Cooper showed up, and dude is a jerk. Like, ugh. I just want him to leave. Just, ugh, I don't like him. But there was the dinner, and, like, FP came, and it should have been really nice, and it wasn't. What else? Yeah, so, and then his dad, like, wanted them all to move to Toledo. I'm assuming that Toledo in Canada, there's totally a Toledo in the state I live in, so I was like, what? You're moving to Ohio? They're not. I'm just, anyway. But his dad was like, oh, we should get the whole family back together and move. Yes, I know these recaps jump all over the place, but I get excited and I watch the thing and then I come here and then I babble like a crazy person without a list of what happened when. But all of that was happening, so Jughead was actually like, he didn't want to leave because of Betty, because he loves Betty. Yeah, except that, yeah, that does not last. There's a problem. Because he finds out that her mom was investigating his dad and that Archie and Veronica went and looked through his dad's trailer, like, secretly while he was at dinner with him at the Cooper's house. Yeah. And he, like, doesn't trust anyone now. He doesn't trust Betty because she didn't tell him what her mom was doing. He doesn't trust any of his friends because they didn't tell him what was going on. And so he literally just, the entire night takes a very dark turn that I'm going to get to in a sec. I'm going to do some other earlier recap stuff and come back to the ending of the episode. Got it? Got it. Okay, there's also Blossom drama because Cheryl has decided that she and Polly are going to go to homecoming together and they're going to run as co-queens because Polly and Jason should have been crowned homecoming king and queen, but obviously that is not going to happen because Jason is dead. The issue is that Polly is doing her own investigation. We find out that Papa Blossom, completely gray-haired. He apparently tried dyeing it. There's some sort of supernatural. He saw the ghost of Grandpappy Blossom and suddenly went white overnight, which admittedly, I feel like I wouldn't mind if this just went white overnight. I could then dye it, right? Apparently dye doesn't work on his hair, and I probably couldn't pull off all gray all the time, but I'm gonna pretend I can, because eventually this is going to do that, I think. I just have a feeling. This happens when you get older and you keep finding gray hairs that just appear. Anyway, off the topic of my mortality and slowly graying hair, she finds out all of that. Then she and Cheryl do some additional investigating. Polly says that they should borrow jewelry from Mama Blossom, and Cheryl's like, oh, okay, and then they find the ring, the family ring, in the closet, jewelry box thing, and yeah, they then have to ask Mama Blossom why she has it, and she's like, Jason came back and threw it in Mr. Blossom's face as a way to distance himself from the family, which sounds like a total frickin' lie, like, for sure. She also said when things die, when things leave, they always come back or something like that. I screwed that quote up, but then I was like, oh god, the zombie theory. Are we getting zombies? Is that happening? I mean, I'm not opposed. But anyway, so that happens, and then they keep giving Polly a daily milkshake, which has such a Rosemary's Baby vibe. Okay, if you haven't seen Rosemary's Baby, the house, these like women of the apartment complex that Rosemary lives in, keep giving her like tea and like this specific thing to drink like every day, and it's supposed to like help with the pregnancy and all of that. It's really a lie. It's to assist in the development of an evil demon child. But I mean, I could see the Blossoms wanting to do weird, creepy magic things to the babies in Polly. I can, because they're a strange family. Also, where is Nana Blossom? She's alive, right? Where is she? Where'd she go? I'm just curious. On the topic of missing characters, before we get back to the end of the episode, where and what are the Pussycats doing? Okay, they were at the very beginning of the episode to sing like the Riverdale song. Apparently the school has an anthem. But okay, there's a dance. The mayor is introducing the musical act. The mayor, who is Josie's mother, and they're not performing at the dance? Archie and Veronica sing We're the Kids in America, which was a great cover. They did a good job. But why weren't the Pussycats performing? Why? Did they have somewhere better to be? What are they doing? What is Josie doing? Josie has been in like no episodes, mind you, though she got the cover girl spotlight this week. I don't understand why Josie is in all the promo images if they don't have a storyline prepared for her. I don't. It frustrates me to no end. Because she should be in it more. She and the Pussycats should be in it more. It's like the case of the missing Pussycats. Just saying. And so one thing that bothers me to no end. I was also irritated that Kevin only had like 2 lines, 3 lines. He had very few lines. He did get to dance with Joaquin, which was cute. But okay, we are back at the end of the episode. See, it was all a giant circle-y segue. So the cops show up at FP's trailer after the dinner and they're tearing apart. They have a warrant. They find a lockbox with a gun in it. It's the gun that killed Jason, which seems like a very quick turnaround on the forensics front, mind you, but this is television, so okay. Problem is, Veronica and Archie checked the trailer and they didn't see that lockbox. So somebody planted it, which makes sense because I don't think FP would do that. I don't think FP would be the person to kill Jason. I think he would assist someone. I'm not saying FP is a bad person. I am just saying that, he makes bad decisions. I'm saying I could see FP tangentially involved. I don't think he would ever commit the murder himself. I don't. He's a smart man. I don't think he would do that. But he has the gun in his trailer. So Jughead finds out he's been arrested. He runs off. No one knows where the crap Jughead went after he ran away from the dance. And they all meet at Pops. And Archie and Veronica inform Betty that, yes, FP has been framed. We also learned that Archie's mom showed up in Riverdale because she wants him to move to Chicago, which is what I really thought she was there for, not to like reconcile with Fred or meet or chat with Hermione because she knows Hermione. It's definitely to get her kid to come home with her. So next week, we find out who the murderer is. I believe it's episode 12. There are only 2 episodes left. It'll be 12 and 13. I think we find out who killed Jason next week. So that should be interesting. The promo images were interesting. I'm very curious because I really don't know because I feel like I don't have enough clues to put it together. Like, they've made it so a lot of people have motive, but we can't narrow it down to who it would be because there's not a lot of evidence. There just isn't. Also, Cheryl was totally keeping that ring. I knew she didn't throw it down the toilet. She's a smart person. Anyway, that is everything, I believe, from this episode. Let me know what you thought of episode 13, or share your own homecoming thoughts with me in the comments below. Do you still have your homecoming attire? Do people keep those things for that long? I mean, I like this blazer. I have worn it on multiple occasions since homecoming in high school. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at CleffNotes, on my blog, cleffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, and I run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. Bye, internet people.